Assalamu alaikum. May peace, mercy, and blessing be on all of you. This is Milon Ahmmed. I'm an English learner. Today I'm gonna talk about how to start speaking as a beginner. So this video it's gonna be an interesting video. So let's start that how to start speaking. So first of all, if you want to start speaking in any particular language, then you need to know that vocabularies, because without having vocabulary you can't speak any different language. So first of all we have to know that vocabularies. So actually in my country, in everywhere you will get huge number of people, they actually know huge number of vocabularies. In my background you can see some books, there is a globe, you can see a whiteboard. That means actually you know all of this in English. So we have already known huge number of vocabularies, but the problem is we cannot make sentence. That's actually a problem, I think, and this is a great problem in my perspective, because we can't make sentence, but we know huge number of vocabularies, but we can't make sentence. So then how can we start and how can we learn vocabularies? So first of all we have to know that how can we learn vocabularies, how can we speak fluently. So in this video I'm gonna talk about in details that how can you start your speaking as a beginner.
Most of the cases, if we want to learn speak, that time we start our speaking like searching on Google or YouTube that how to learn speak. Even we try to study vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, we buy books, but unfortunately after studying lot of things, but we can't speak. We don't try actually what should we do. That is the problem. We don't even try to speak something. That is the problem. If you want to learn speak, then you have to speak.
I'm always saying to the audience, to my students or any other I can say. So I'm also saying them that if you want to learn swimming, then you have to go to the water or you have to jump the water. So without jumping the water, how can you learn swimming? So if you want to learn speaking, then you have to speak, and you have to speak. So first of all you have to start speaking, then you should go another things. Then you can say like I don't have enough vocabularies, I don't have enough knowledge about English, so how can I start? So there is a solution I have. I will say first of all you have to know that actually if you want to learn English, then you have to know 4 skills. First of all, listening, speaking, reading and writing. So we have to start from listening, then speaking and reading, and the last thing is writing. Actually we are making mistake. We started our English learning journey by reading. So first of all we start reading and then writing and then speak. That is actually the wrong order to learn English. First of all we have to start listening, speaking, reading and then writing. So I will discuss about listening, writing, speaking, how to start, but first of all you have to start speaking. So then you will ask me that how can I start. So let me clarify. Actually we know some common sentences like how are you, I'm fine, what about you, what is your name. There are a lot of common sentences, common vocabularies that we are using in our daily life. So you can start that like how are you, I'm fine, what about you, what is your name, how old are you. So these types of common sentence you can start as a beginner. So after practicing this common sentence, then you should to start new sentence by listening, speaking and reading from different sources. So you can start, and then when you try to speak something, that time you need a speaking partner, because without a speaking partner someone will give you advice. Then you can start with in front of mirror. Sometimes we will say that you can start speaking in your mind. That means so it could be sometimes boring, you don't feel well. So that's why I would like to suggest you that If you have a smartphone, then it's a great opportunity for you. Then you can start speaking with ChatGPT. It has a great feature. You can speak with ChatGPT. So you can also speak with Open Talk, Hello Talk, different types of application right now available. So if you just study on it like YouTube and Google, then you will find huge number of apps and also application. So you have to find out the speaking partner. So it would be like you can speak with some speaking partner like your friend using Messenger, WhatsApp. So different application you can use to speak with your speaking partner. Or if you have the physical speaking partner like your friends, your family members, it could be better. So that means you have to find out a speaking partner to speak long time. Okay, and then you have to make an English friendly environment. That means this atmosphere should be in English. So how can you make this environment in your surroundings or in your, I can give some example that how can you make your environment English friendly. So English friendly environment, what does it mean actually? So English friendly environment, that means you have to remain an environment, that environment should be English friendly. Like when you speak, then you need a friend or a speaking partner, or you can speak in your mind or anywhere you can speak. But when you listen, that means when you get free, that time you have to listen. When you get free, then you can start speaking, you can start reading. So like you can read newspaper, you can scroll your Facebook. And when you use Facebook, actually we all are using different types of social media. So when you use social media, then you can just like those English friendly page, English friendly YouTube channel, etc. you can use. So English friendly news or anything you should to subscribe or like, because if you like that or if you watch these types of video, that means you will get all time these types of video. That means your social media or your smartphone you can use to make your environment English friendly. So when you use social media, that time you should to like it and you should to watch these types of video. So you will get these types of video all time. So in your social media time you can speak, you can practice English. So that time will be English friendly. Sometimes we are visiting on place to another place in the vehicle, that time you can also start reading newspaper or magazines or any article, whatever you can start. Even if you have some board book like a textbook, you can start this textbook, because you will get different idea, concept, or use types of different sentence that you can use your daily conversation. So it will be great opportunity for you if you start, and you can make your environment. So there is a huge number of ways that you can start. You can make your environment English friendly. Listening is a great part of learning English. So if you want to be a good speaker, then you have to listen more and more. So how can you start listening? So in my point of view, I can say like, as a beginner, don't try to watch videos from BBC, Al Jazeera, CNN, because they are using advanced vocabulary. Even they have used huge number of advanced sentence, advanced concept, idea. Even their pronunciation is different. As a beginner, it could be very difficult to understand that what they are saying, because actually they are fluent speakers, they're native speakers, so they can speak so fast, but as a beginner we can't understand that what they are saying. So you have to start with easy medium, easy resources, like you can start with some uh, in your country's speaker, you can start with listening them. You can start your listening by listening Dr. Zakir Naik, Noman Ali Khan, Mufti Menk. There are huge number of speakers are available. You can start from them. After getting a certain level of speaking, then you should to go Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN, etc. So you can start listening from them. So I hope you understand that actually how can we start listening. Next, you have to think in English. That means, what does it mean that you have to think in English? Think in English means don't try to translate from your native language, because if we try to translate from a native language, that time we need huge time to think and how to translate. We don't need to translate from native language, so you have to think in English that what you are speaking, what you want to speak, so you have to think in English. So if you try to translate from your native language, then you need time. That means that is actually time consuming thing. So you know that if you want to speak, that time you have to speak and you have to deliver the sentence one by one. So if you need time to think, that time you can't deliver sentence one by one, so that time you are actually getting frustrated and you won't be able to speak fast and fluent. That's why you have to think in English. And the next tips, it's a very important tips, because don't think about mistakes, because making mistake in terms of speaking, it's a common thing. We all are making mistakes, even still I'm making mistakes. So it's a normal thing, everyone making mistake. If you want to learn new language, that time we are actually making mistake, it's a common thing, it's a normal. So don't think about mistakes, don't care about mistakes, but focus on practicing, focus on how to think, focus on how to listen. Don't think about mistakes, because making mistake is a common thing. Next tips, actually you have to learn vocabularies, you have to learn grammar. So start learning grammar and different grammar and how to make sentence. There are 5 kinds of sentence, like assertive, imperative, interrogative, optative, exclamatory. So you have to know the basic structures of these sentences, of these types of sentences. So after learning all of things, then you have to revise, you have to repeat all types of vocabularies, all types of grammar that you have already learned. So you have to revise, and you have to revise within a particular time. That means after a certain time you have to revise. That it could be like after 2 days or 3 days, it could be in a single day of a week. You can also just revise your vocabularies, your grammars. That means how many things you have learned. So you can just repeat or revise all of items that you have learned. So because actually we are human being, we are making mistakes, we're also forgetting all of things, because it's actually a common thing to forget and to make mistake. So don't care about it, just practice and focus and be consistent. It could be better if you can read and write. If you start reading, then you can get huge knowledge and sentence idea, that how to make sentence, and different types of sentence you will get if you just start reading. And after practicing all of things, just try to write down something, that how many things have you learned today. It's a very good idea to learn English by writing, because if you write something, that time it will very easy to memorize. After writing, you can store your knowledge in your brain for a long time. So you have to write, you have to write if you want to be a good speaker. So it's a very important thing that you have to write. Eventually I can say that after learning all of things, after practicing all of things, you have to be confident, consistent, and you have to be patient about it. Basically learning English is a great journey, is a lifelong journey, or I can say like it's a long journey, because regular practicing will help you to be consistent, to be fluent. Because without practicing regularly, you will lost your fluency, because actually our surroundings is not English friendly. We all are speaking our native languages, so that's why it's very difficult to continue, or if it's very difficult to maintain your fluency without practicing regularly. So you have to be consistent, you have to be practiced. So every day you have to learn new things that will give you clarification. Okay, so I would like to finish my video here. So thanks for listening, and I hope you will be practicing regularly and you will be a good speaker. Okay, thank you, goodbye.